West Ham United 3, Sheffield United 0, and West Ham go fourth in the Premier League table for a couple of hours at least, depending on the Chelsea result. However, it wasn't a 3-0 game. If you look at this scoreline, you'd think, well, West Ham have played Sheffield United off the park, but it wasn't the case. David Moyes makes a very surprising change. Antonio wasn't included in the squad. Everyone was probably thinking Ben Rama, Bowen and Lingard, but it was actually Lanzini who started for the first time in a while. And this was a Sheffield United team who have come into this game with some very, very good form, beating Manchester United, beating West Brom at home. And because of the results, such as Fulham beating Everton away, West Brom picking up a point against Manchester United, it was probably a game that Sheffield United realistically had to come into this game and pick up all 3 points if they've got any hope of staying in the Premier League. However, we've seen with West Ham before that when we sort of get to this hurdle, we fall over at the last hurdle. But somehow we have done it. We have gone over that hurdle and we've progressed a little bit. But jumping into it, first half, in the fourth, the fourth, fifth, sixth, I don't even know what minute it was. But West Ham do get a free kick with Declan Rice, has a shot. Good save by Ramsdale. Craig Dawson gets to the ball first. Penalty, VAR. It is probably just offside. It looks offside. I don't think you can actually tell, though, by the Sheffield United player whether he was actually offside. But I suppose you have to go with the decision. But what we saw with the play at West Ham was that going forward, I think we looked very, very good. The rotational play, the interchange between Lingard, Bowen and Lanzini, they were getting close to each other. They were playing 1-2s. They were trying to rotate and cause that Sheffield United problems and sort of just unsettle them in terms of, right, who's going to be the main focal point in this attack? Oh, it's Bowen. Oh, it's Lingard. And sort of just interchange. However, when Sheffield United had the ball, they looked very, very good going forward. The amount of times that they carved us open on our right-hand side, whilst they didn't create much in the first half, they were still getting down there and putting crosses into the box that either Dawson, Diop or Fabianski had to deal with. And generally, while Sheffield United did do that, carve open some fantastic opportunities for themselves, the difference today was the quality of finishing. We do eventually go 1-0 up, where Sheffield United, they had a lot of possession, more than what I would have liked Sheffield United to have. They had a lot of possession. It was a lazy ball, played into the middle of the park. Lingard anticipates. He runs onto the ball. He's running with the ball. He plays into Bowen. Bowen gives it back to him. And it wasn't the greatest touch by Lingard. But Basham, he comes absolutely out of nowhere and absolutely RKOs and floors Lingard, and it was a bit of a scuffle. Not a scuffle, but obviously a change of words. Lingard obviously wanted a penalty because he was through one-on-one, but Declan Rice has been given the penalty duties if Mark Noble is not on the pitch. And if it was Mark Noble on the pitch, he would have taken the penalty. So if West Ham are going to decide that, you know, Declan Rice is the penalty taker, he has to take them. He obviously uses his authority, being captain on the day. He steps up and it's a great penalty. He doesn't probably take it as cleanly as he would have liked, but he goes right in the bottom corner. Ramsdale dives that way, but because of the sheer accuracy combined with power, it's 1-0 West Ham with about 5 minutes before half time. And overall at half-time, whilst we were 1-0 up, I thought, you know, going forward, we looked threatening on the counter-attack. And I just felt like Sheffield United were just sort of growing into the game, believing that they could maybe get a goal or so because they were having lots of possession and driving the ball out wide and putting balls into the box. And the second half sort of continued in that vein. You know, Sheffield United were getting on the ball. They were dictating play. They were passing the ball from left to right. And West Ham couldn't really get out of the half. However, you know, the sort of whole dynamic of the game could have changed. A ball gets put into the box at the back stick. McGoldrick comes flying and he hits the back of Ben Johnson. It's a fantastic reflex save, a phenomenal reflex save by Fabianski. And it was one of those key moments in the game that had it gone in, the scoreline would have been tied at 1-1 and it could have been a whole different dynamic. West Ham could have maybe been a bit more on the ball, but then Sheffield United will probably exploit the space because West Ham are then trying to chase the game. And it was a fantastic reflex save by Fabianski, but there was many times during that game where Sheffield United were getting down that wing, putting balls in the box, having headers, and Fabianski had to be at his best today to sort of keep the score to an advantage to West Ham. However, we do grab a second goal. We have a corner. Cresswell whips the ball in, and beauty thing of having many players who are very good in the air that can assert their dominance on the opposition, such as Dawson, such as Souček. And Ogbonna wasn't even in the team today because of injury, but we have seen Diop score goals from time to time from set pieces. He gets there, he bullies Ethan Ampadu, he heads it into the far corner, 2-0 West Ham, and again it come at such an important time because of the fact that Sheffield United were getting back into the game, they were trying to sort of, get that equaliser, and it just sort of killed the momentum. When that second goal went in, it sort of killed the momentum. And to be fair, it sort of suited West Ham. We went 2-0 up, and Moyes brings on Mark Noble. And to be fair, I thought it was the right choice. He comes on around the hour mark, and we were winning the game 2-0. There's no point, expressing ourselves even further to win the game 3-4, 5-0, and then overexpose ourselves and we get caught slacking and Sheffield United get back into it. Mark Noble, we know what he's good at. He keeps the ball ticking, he passes side to side, and that was the reason why he come on, to try and get West Ham, to keep the ball, game management, and try and close out this 2-0 victory. And to be fair, Sheffield United, again, they had some decent chances, and I feel like on the reflection on their performance, they played very well. They didn't deserve to lose 3-0 the scoreline, but we just had better quality players on the pitch that put them to the sword. And that was the difference between the two teams today. And we do eventually get that third goal. We were threatening. Jesse Lingard was fantastic today. He was man of the match. I thought Bayern was a lot better than he has been in previous games. We saw interchange play between them, and I thought we were looking good going forward. And is this the way we're going to play going forward if Antonio's not in the team? And to be fair, going forward, we looked very, very good. But we get that third goal. Ben Rama comes on with a 10 minutes to go. And just talking about substitutions, before I proceed into the third goal, I would have liked to see Nodelbeku come on. He got thrown in the deep end against Manchester United, but these are the games. Give him 10 or 15 minutes here when you believe the game is won to sort of express himself. There's no pressure on him. Odebeku, go out there, no pressure on you, play your game, grab a goal, trying to contribute in a way, work hard for the team, and just play your game, have fun. He didn't get that opportunity, which was disappointing to see. Ben Rama comes on, and what we've seen so far with Ben Rama this season, that he has got quality in that final third. He drives at the opposition defence, and that's exactly what he did, because he created a goal out of nothing. It looked like he was just running into traffic, but we know what Ben Rama's like. He's got low centre of gravity. He's going left and right. He keeps the opponents guessing. He plays a ball to Ryan Fredericks in sort of unnatural territory for him, because he sort of stutters. He's on the ball. No one's closing him down. He's like, well, should I shoot? Should I pass? And then he eventually decides to shoot just inside the area, and it goes in the bottom corner for a great 3-0 win. And West Ham moving fourth in the Premier League. And as I'm recording this, Chelsea are 2-0 up against Newcastle. So we are going to drop back down to fifth place. But these are the kind of games, where we had that opportunity to go fourth in the Premier League, or to make a statement, to let the opposition know that we're here to stay in the European places. We've always slipped up. But this is what David Moyes, the mentality he's brought to this club. He wants his team believing that we can go that extra step. And I just want a little bit more belief from David Moyes in the games against Liverpool, against the bigger teams, because I do think we've got the quality in the team to put those teams to the sword and get them on the counter-attacks. But in general, the team, there were some very good individual performances. I think the main one was Lingard. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He didn't get a goal today, and he didn't get, well, technically he did get an assist, because I think winning the penalty will go down an assist. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's just fantasy Premier League. But he was driving with the ball. He was making things happen. He was linking up, and he looked threatening all day long. And if this guy continues the way he is going, then we've got to sign him. We've got to sign him on a permanent, because he does bring a different dynamic to this West Ham attack that we haven't seen from any of the other attacking players before his arrival at West Ham. So if he's available in the summer and he continues this rich vein of form, then go and sign him. And the one thing I really liked about Lingard is his accuracy of shooting. He's not afraid to get on the ball, to have a look at the goalkeeper's position and have a go. And he's done that a couple of times today. And generally, well, I will not say generally, I think every single shot he had was on target, left foot, right foot. So his accuracy of shooting is very good. And if he keeps that up, he will score more goals for West Ham, because, a couple of them will go in the corner or the top corner. So that is all good news. Hit the subscribe button for more West Ham videos, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.